Well, I guess that we're live. Hi, I'm Doc Martin without the KRAZ TV hat. That's right, this is the Zero Channel, the adult side of KRAZTV.com. Our new book, God, I openly wept at the end of this. Madame Fourcade's, sorry I butchered her name, Secret War, the daring young woman who led France's largest spy network against Hitler. It is by Lynne Olson. Lynne Olson. She's a New York Times best-selling author. Last Hope Island, Britain occupied Europe. The Brotherhood that helped turn the tide of war. Those angry days. Roosevelt, Lindbergh, and America's fight over World War II, 1939 to 1931. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Well, we have a playlist called Our New Chiefs Are Strong Women, and it's over at KRAZ TV and at the Zero Channel. And by God, to hear I can say stuff. This woman was tough. The woman who wrote it was a wonderful person, and I hope to meet her. She was a resistance fighter and head of the network for MI6. What surprised me though is, we did our other book about a woman of no importance about Virginia Hall, and they never met, never knew each other, and there was no mention of either one. I maybe was a little mention in the other book, but there's no mention of Virginia Hall in this book. But this woman was on her run, but she fooled a lot of people and did a lot of work to stop those bastard Germans. It's just an amazing book. She finally got out to England in 1943. They were amazed. And of course, what's a weeper too is there not very many men in England, and they tried to put her down for it, but all the people in France supported her, and she always asked them, "Are you against working for a woman?" And most of them, 90%, said no. So it was all right. She proved her mettle. Here's a bad thing about medals. It's called the Champions of the Liberty. It's a French medal given out in recognition of those people in service to 1,038 people, and of it, only 6 were women. Can you imagine that? She was decorated beyond words. But she was, like Virginia Hall, a very humble person. But she had nice people and a lot of operatives. They were all shot in the back of the head on the last week when the Allies were pushing in to finish the war off in World War II. It's a horrendous story. You cannot imagine the sacrifices that people did. And in the end, there's a woman. She was a young girl, 13 or something, and her name was Jenny Rousseau. And she sent the V2 and the V1 rockets information. Is probably one of the greatest pieces of info ever sent. She was captured too, but she somehow lived. It was awful. What was it? Well, equally, they served as an example from the past of what ordinary people can do in the future and present when faced with existential threats to basic human rights. As Jeannie Rousseau noted many years after the war, resistance is a state of mind. We can exercise it at any moment. So keep the faith, stay free, fight for what's right. We here at Zero Channel do. We believe in justice. We'll fight every injustice that we do, one at a time. I hope you're listening, watcher. I know who you are. Don't throw me out. Don't cut me off. Get the book. We got it at the Tucson Pima County Public Library here in Tucson. What a fascinating story. But it's a weeper, but worth every drop of your tears. Keep watching and keep reading. If you can, support us over at KRAZTV.com. Nobody's paid me or given me a nickel yet, but we'll keep trying. Goodbye. Zero Channel.